A tiny shadow on a gold ring. But who would have thought that reflection could shake a massive fandom across Asia? In just a matter of hours, a single perfume promotional photo turned into a storm of rumors, bringing Wang Yibo's name back into the spotlight in the Chinese entertainment world. Who is the mysterious woman seen in the ring? A secret lover? Or just an exaggerated optical coincidence? Tonight, we'll trace everything, from the initial post to the agency's official clarification, and uncover the hidden meaning behind the shadow that sparked such a stir. Back to China Idol Spotlight, where we explore the other side of the Chinese celebrity world where one photo can change everything. It was Wednesday, October 8, 2025. Wang Yibo's official Weibo and Oasis accounts had just updated posts promoting Chanel perfume. The uploaded photo was elegant and minimalist, Wang Yibo holding the perfume cap in a casual pose, wearing 2 rings on his index and middle fingers. Nothing unusual. Nothing suspicious. Until someone noticed something barely visible. In one of the gold rings, there was a faint reflection of the silhouette of a woman in a pink dress. It looked blurry at first glance, but it was clear enough to make the entire fandom stop scrolling. Within minutes, the keyword of Wang Yibo's ring began trending on Weibo. Thousands of comments flooded the post, all with the same question. Who is the woman in the ring? Some fans tried to zoom in on the image, adjust the lighting, and even dissect every pixel to find the truth. Some were convinced it was the reflection of a staff photographer. Others insisted, that's not a member of the crew, that's a woman close to him. As time went on, more and more gossip tracker accounts and fan detectives got involved. They posted edited versions of the image, analyzed body shapes, and even compared them to women seen around Wang Yibo before. The reflection of a woman in Wang Yibo's gold ring. That sentence became a hot topic on fandom forums. In less than 2 hours, the topic had been viewed over 150 million times. A small reflection turned into a sea of speculation. Fans were divided into 2 camps. The first camp defended Yibo tooth and nail. They said, "You're overreacting. That's just a reflection of light, not a woman." The second camp, on the other hand, simply rejected the fans' clarification. They argued, the reflection is too obvious to be a coincidence. Amidst the heated debate, analysis videos from several major fan pages also emerged claiming to have different angles of the photo shoot. Some even added the narrative that the woman in pink was a non-celebrity close to Wang Yibo. Amidst the chaos, Wang Yibo's agency finally intervened. They realized the issue was getting out of hand. And before the rumor turned into a scandal, they released an official clarification. But who exactly was the woman in the reflection? Was she just an ordinary staff member, or someone who holds a special place in Wang Yibo's heart? It all started with one small reflection. But in the world of celebrity, nothing is truly small. Behind the glittering lights, there are always unavoidable shadows. And tonight, we will begin to explore that mystery step by step. You're still with us on China Idol Spotlight. Stay tuned, because next we'll reveal how this uproar has torn the fandom apart, and who the alleged mystery woman in Wang Yibo's ring is. It didn't take long. Within just 3 hours of the post being posted, the entire Weibo was ablaze with the same question, who is that woman? Images of Wang Yibo's ring were now circulating on hundreds of fan pages, forums, and fan groups across Asia. Everyone seemed to have their own theory, and each theory brought a new spark. The most devoted fans began what they called digital detective operations. They zoomed in on the image, flipped the reflection, adjusted the lighting, and even used AI enhancers just to get a clearer look at the woman. One major Weibo account, with over 3 million followers, posted a lengthy analysis with the caption, "The reflection is too sharp to be a coincidence. Look at her arm, her pose, and the color of her shirt. This isn't a reflection of an ordinary crew member." The comments flooded in. Some panicked, some angry, and still others trying to remain calm. I don't care who it is as long as Yibo is happy. But why did he have to hide it? They must have been close for a long time, look at the way he's smiling in that photo. Amidst the euphoria, many fans had mixed feelings. Several longtime fans wrote open letters on their community accounts, expressing their disappointment, but also their hope that the public wouldn't be too quick to judge. Wang Yibo has worked hard for years. He's human too. If he truly loves someone, let him be happy. But please, don't let this gossip ruin his reputation. New posts are popping up every minute. Is Wang Yibo secretly in love? Netizens spot woman in pink in the reflection of a Chanel ring. In an instant, what should have been a simple perfume promotion turned into the hottest rumor mill in the Chinese entertainment world. Wang Yibo is known for his clean image, career-focused, and rarely caught up in romance rumors. But this time was different. Every time Yibo appeared in reruns or variety show clips, the comments in the chat box would change. It was this before he was with that woman? Look at the way he smiles like a man in love. Several fan accounts claim to recognize the color of the woman's clothing in the reflection of the ring. They mentioned that at one of Chanel's previous promotional events, a female staff member dressed in pink was standing next to the photographer. But some fans rejected the theory outright. They said, the shadow is too close, the angle couldn't possibly be from a staff member's position. The more people debated, the more the truth became unclear. And as usual, when the fandom world loses its way, gossip began to take on a new form. Old names began to resurface, including one long associated with Wang Yibo, Emily Chi, a major corporate heiress with whom he was rumored to be close. But was the shadow really Emily's? Or was it someone completely unknown to the public? That night, Wang Yibo's fandom was split in two. Some fans vowed to remain loyal, while others began to question the true identity of the shadow. What really happened behind the scenes of the Chanel photoshoot? Who was the woman in the pink dress in the reflection? And were the rumors about Emily Chi true? Stay tuned, because after this, we'll discuss the official clarification from Wang Yibo's agency and the shocking facts that have netizens on edge. You're still with us on China Idol Spotlight, where every celebrity's spark has its own dark side. As rumors escalate and speculation spirals out of control, the only way to quell them is with clarity. Wang Yibo's agency finally stepped in. An official statement was released to calm the public and confirm the truth behind the photo that had caused a stir online. That afternoon, just hours after the topic #YiboRingShadow topped Weibo's trending pages, Yuehua Entertainment released a brief statement on their official account. The circulating image was a reflection of a production staff member involved in the photo shoot. None of the individuals have any personal relationship with our artist. Please refrain from spreading unfounded information. However, the clarification drew mixed reactions. On the one hand, diehard fans were relieved. Finally, the agency has spoken. We knew Yibo wouldn't act carelessly. But on the other hand, some netizens became even more suspicious. Why are they rushing to clarify? Usually, if it's not a big deal, there's no need to rush to do so. Their words are too diplomatic. Who are the staff they are referring to? The Chinese entertainment industry is never free from conspiracies. Every official statement can be interpreted 1,000 ways. Some fan accounts even dissected Yuehua's statement word for word. They highlighted the part about no individuals having personal relationships, and questioned why the agency needed to emphasize it. Were they trying to cover something up? Or were they simply trying to prevent the rumors from spreading further? To further clarify, one of the staff photographers involved in the Chanel project finally spoke up. I photographed Wang Yibo that day. The person in the reflection is one of the female staff members helping with the lighting. There's nothing unusual, just the effect of the gold ring reflecting the light in the room. But while that explanation sounded plausible, not all fans believed it. Some internet users began comparing the reflection to photos of female staff members from the agency. If it were staff, why did they look so close? Look at the shape of their hair. It's too long to be a lighting crew. Arguments continued to emerge, and every time someone tried to calm the situation, a new theory emerged, reigniting the rumors. Behind the scenes, an inside source revealed that Wang Yibo's management team was overwhelmed by the situation. They didn't expect a small reflection to become a national issue. Moreover, Yibo himself was busy filming a new film project with a renowned director. He hadn't even had time to respond directly. However, public pressure was so great that agencies were forced to tighten all of their artists' online activities. Every post, every promotional photo, even every lighting detail was now being scrutinized repeatedly before publication. Meanwhile, Yibo himself remained silent. He didn't delete the post, did not provide a personal clarification, and didn't write a single word on Weibo for the next few days. For some fans, that silence felt even louder than any statement. He's silent because he's tired. He's silent because he's protecting someone's privacy. He's silent because he knows anything he says will be misinterpreted. An old image from a private Chanel event shows a person in pink behind the camera, a ring in her hand. Fans immediately connected the figure to the viral shadow. They were convinced it was the same person. But was it really? Who exactly was the woman reflecting in Wang Yibo's ring? And why did that small shadow feel so significant, as if hiding something bigger behind it? Clarifications were out, but the mystery wasn't over. Because in the entertainment world, the truth often appears as a reflection, depending on the angle we look at it. After this, we'll explore Wang Yibo's past, including old rumors about his closeness to Emily Chi, a name that has resurfaced since the ring issue surfaced. Stay with us on China Idol Spotlight, because the shadow in the gold ring is just the beginning. Just as the public was starting to forget about the ring issue, an old name suddenly resurfaced in Weibo comments. The name, which once caused thousands of fans to argue, is now like a ghost from the past, haunting Wang Yibo again. A model and influencer who was once rumored to be close to Yibo, even before his career took off as a top Chinese star. Although the rumors have long since subsided, some gossip accounts are now linking her to the shadow in the viral ring. If it's true they were once close, why not? Yibo is human too. Sometimes what we think is gossip can actually be a true story that hasn't been told. Emily Chi, on the other hand, hasn't responded directly. She remains active as usual, posting photos of her modeling activities and collaborating with international brands, as if unconcerned by the uproar. However, one small detail hasn't escaped fans' attention. In one of her latest posts, Emily is seen wearing a silver ring on the same finger as the shadow appearing in Wang Yibo's photo. Instantly, the internet is ablaze again. Was it a coincidence? Or proof that they're still secretly in a relationship? Meanwhile, Wang Yibo's side remains silent. No new statements, no additional explanations. In the entertainment world, truth isn't always determined by facts, but by who spreads them the fastest. In the next episode, we'll delve deeper into Wang Yibo's past relationship with Emily Chi, how their old rumors once rocked his career, and who exactly benefits from the mysterious ring issue. Before the shadow of the ring caused a worldwide stir, there was a little-known story. It's an old tale about two people who met behind the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry, but were separated by the shadow of fame and public scrutiny. The year was 2021, a time when Wang Yibo was at the peak of his career. After the huge success of the drama The Untamed and a string of film projects, he had become one of the most influential young actors in China. However, despite his busy schedule and immense popularity, Yibo was known for being very private about his personal life. He rarely smiled in front of the camera offstage, never displayed excessive intimacy with his co-stars, and had almost no confirmed romantic rumors. Until one day, a young woman's name appeared on the invitation list for a fashion event in Shanghai, Emily Chi, heiress to a renowned cosmetics company in Beijing. Their first meeting reportedly took place at a Chanel fashion show. Wang Yibo attended as a brand ambassador, while Emily was a guest of honor from the sponsor. According to several eyewitnesses, the two had a brief conversation in the VIP area. There were no photos, no video. But the news spread quickly for one reason. Emily was seen wearing a limited edition Chanel logo bracelet, which was said to be a special gift from them at the request of a young male ambassador named Wang Yibo. Some fans claimed to have seen Yibo and Emily at the same cafe, while paparazzi accounts wrote vague reports about a famous actor secretly meeting a young heir in Beijing. However, none of this was confirmed. Yibo's agency declined to comment. Emily also closed her comment section for weeks. But as we know in the Chinese entertainment world, the more something is hidden, the more people try to uncover it. As the rumors began to heat up, an anonymous post appeared on Weibo claiming to be Emily Chi's former assistant. She wrote, "She is indeed close to someone in the entertainment world. They often exchange gifts, but they can't be together due to public pressure." Despite not mentioning names, netizens immediately linked him to Wang Yibo. Several pieces of visual evidence began to emerge: a photo of Yibo wearing a black bracelet on Super Talk, a video clip of Emily at the airport with a small bag emblazoned with the letter Y. And most viral was a screenshot of a private message allegedly showing Emily listening to the same song Yibo had recommended on a radio show. However, their relationship, if it ever existed, was short-lived. After the rumors escalated, Yibo reportedly distanced himself, focused on his career, and refused all personal interviews. Meanwhile, Emily slowly faded from the entertainment world. She chose to continue the family business and rarely appeared in public. Until finally, her name resurfaced 3 years later in a small reflection on a gold ring. The reflection on the ring may have been just a reflection of light, but for those who once believed in the old story of Wang Yibo and Emily, the reflection felt like a silent message. As if the past was trying to speak again. Love in the world of celebrity is never easy. Sometimes it must be hidden. Sometimes it must be erased for the sake of a career. But no matter how hard one tries to forget, there's always a shadow that remains. And perhaps, the ring is just a symbol of an old story that was never finished. Every major rumor always has two sides, one side visible to the public and another side hidden behind the agency's walls. And this time, when Emily Chi's name resurfaced on Weibo, Wang Yibo's agency seemed to act quickly, but silently. Just hours after the keyword Wang Yibo's ring reached the top of the trending charts, several posts mentioning Emily Chi's name suddenly disappeared from the platform. Several large fanbase accounts that had been actively discussing the issue suddenly stopped updating their posts. Even a popular discussion forum containing analysis of the ring's reflection vanished without a trace, citing a privacy policy violation. But for longtime fans, this isn't the first time Yibo's agency has taken such a step. Back in 2022, when rumors of Yibo and Emily's relationship first heated up, the agency also took similar action. Because when the agency tries to close one door, millions of fans open a new window. Screenshots, forum archives, and reposts from overseas fanbases only make the rumors even more difficult to control. In fact, there were allegations that an old photo of Emily Chi with a Chanel photographer was deliberately recirculated to strengthen the theory that she was the pink woman in the ring's reflection. Realizing that the situation was getting out of hand, Wang Yibo's agency finally issued an official statement. In a brief clarification released on the evening of October 9, they stated that the photo was taken by a professional team. The reflection seen in the ring was the reflection of a female staff photographer wearing light-colored clothing. There was nothing personal to speculate about. However, instead of quelling the issue, this statement only further fueled netizens' suspicions. Some fans considered the clarification too hasty and unconvincing. Why did they immediately issue a statement saying it was just a staff member? If it was just a reflection, why were so many posts suddenly deleted? For them, Yibo isn't just an actor, but a major brand representing various international companies. One small rumor could jeopardize contracts worth millions of yuan. That's why any romantic rumors are always quickly dismissed before they escalate into scandal. But if these rumors are truly meaningless, why are they so panicked? Is the agency covering it up to protect Yibo's career? Or are they hiding something bigger, something the public shouldn't know? And most interestingly, if the reflection really came from a staff photographer, why hasn't a single staff member come forward to explain? In the entertainment world, the truth often comes not from clarifications but from small, unintentional revelations. When agencies try to close every door on rumors, sometimes that's where the real mystery begins to emerge. Is this just a misguided PR strategy? Or is someone genuinely trying to hide Yibo's past with Emily Chi? Stay tuned to China Idol Spotlight, because in the next segment, we'll explore the source of a shocking leak, an insider claiming to know who the pink lady is behind Wang Yibo's ring. That night, around 11 a.m. Beijing time, an anonymous account on Douban posted a statement that immediately attracted attention. And in one of the old photos, Lin Zian and Emily Chi were seen attending the same event, standing side by side in an official Chanel portrait. That small connection was enough to ignite a new flame among fans. Is Lin Zian really just an ordinary staff member? Or is she just a go-between for someone who doesn't want to appear on camera? If she's nobody, reads one viral comment. Why didn't the agency name her directly from the start? Amid all the theories, one thing has become clear: the mystery of the pink lady in Wang Yibo's ring isn't just about reflection, but about who she's trying to hide. Is this purely a technical coincidence? Or is it a long-standing story? Tried to bury it, but instead it reappeared through a small shadow on the gold surface? It happened on October 5th, during a press conference for his latest film in Beijing. Initially, the event proceeded as usual, with a Q&A session about his character, the filming process, and working with the director. But suddenly, a reporter from Sina Entertainment raised her hand and asked a question that silenced the entire room. Yibo, what do you think about that viral ring photo? Is there really someone special behind that reflection? For the first time, Yibo's expression changed. He looked down for a moment, took a deep breath. I know everyone's curious, he said quietly. Those words instantly filled Weibo timelines. Behind the camera, a crew member briefly captured the moment Yibo left the room. He was seen wiping his eyes quickly, before smiling again at the next reporter. No one was sure if it was tears of exhaustion or some other indescribable emotion. But for many, it was the first time they had seen a truly human Wang Yibo. Because for the first time, Yibo is seen not only as a superstar, but also as someone trying to maintain a little personal space amidst a world that is constantly focusing on him. It may be true that not all reflections show the truth. But in those reflections, we can see a human side that has been hiding behind the spotlight. As soon as Wang Yibo's words left his lips, the digital world exploded. On Weibo, Douyin, and even major news portals like Sohu and NetEase, Wang Yibo's name dominated the front pages, but this time, it wasn't because of his achievements, but because of a major debate that divided the two fandoms. On one side, there were fans who called themselves the loyal ones. They defended Wang Yibo tooth and nail. To them, Yibo is honest, sincere, and deserves privacy despite his life under the spotlight. But on the other side, there was a group called the Seekers, those who were dissatisfied with Yibo's diplomatic response. They were convinced the shadow of the woman in the ring was no coincidence. One fanbase account even uploaded an 800% enlargement of the photo of the ring, comparing it to a photo of a female staff member at a Chanel photo shoot. Look, she has long hair and is wearing a pink dress. It must be the same person. Why is his agency rushing to clarify if there's nothing wrong? Yibo seems happier these days. Was it because of love? These are the comments that fill the digital space, a mix of curiosity, obsession, and uncontrollable love. Meanwhile, NetEase uploaded an 8-minute analysis video, dissecting the ring's reflection from various angles as if it were an investigative scene in a detective film. But behind all the excitement, many forgot one simple thing, that it all started with a single photo. From a single reflection on a metal surface. How easily the world can twist meaning simply because of unstoppable curiosity. And so, Emily Chi's name resounds amidst the shadows of old rumors. Is she simply the past dragged into the present? Or is she truly the figure accidentally reflected in Wang Yibo's ring, leaving a faint trace in the hearts of millions of fans? Sometimes, it's not love that hurts, but how the world treats it. That's the phrase that describes Wang Yibo's current situation. After the storm of rumors surrounding the shadow ring and Emily Chi's name, Yibo has once again withdrawn from the public eye. He's no longer as active on Oasis as he once was. He only posts quiet photos of landscapes, evening skies, and a cup of coffee at his desk. No words, no captions, but for his true fans, that's enough to tell him that Yibo is trying to stay calm amidst a world that always wants to know more. Many don't realize that behind all that calm and professionalism, Yibo has had a tiring year. From a busy filming schedule, relentless media pressure, to rumors that never truly subside. He once said in an old interview, "I want to be known for my work, not for gossip I don't understand." But the modern entertainment world is no longer that simple. Yibo has learned one thing: popularity is a double-edged sword. It makes you shine, but at the same time, it can also blind those who stare at you too long. Even so, Yibo didn't give up in one of his rarely seen radio interviews. He managed to utter one simple sentence. The long nights in his studio, accompanied only by instrumental music and his reflection in the mirror, witnessed the struggle of a star trying to survive the storm. The reflection in the ring may disappear, he said quietly, but the reflection in one's heart never truly goes away. Wang Yibo may never explain who that woman is. But perhaps he doesn't need to. Because in his silence, he has already taught us something, that sometimes, keeping a secret is the most sincere form of love. From the small reflection in the ring, we see how fragile the boundary between privacy and publicity is. And amidst it all, Wang Yibo remains not a mystery, but a human being still learning to love in silence. For Wang Yibo, this incident may be just one of many storms that have befallen him. But for the public, it serves as a reminder that behind the camera, there is always a dark side to fame. The reflection of the woman in the ring may have been just a reflection, but its effect was so real that it reawakened the issue of celebrity privacy, sparked debate within the fandom, and made everyone question how far the line between love, admiration, and obsession lies. In his silence, Yibo demonstrated extraordinary maturity. He didn't attack, he didn't justify, he didn't hide. He simply continued his work, dancing, acting, and smiling. As if to say, let the world guess, I'll keep going. When your life is no longer entirely yours, when every ring, every reflection, even every small movement of your hand can become a headline. But that's the beauty of this story. Despite being misunderstood, Wang Yibo still chooses to shine in his own way.